All right, this is graphing parabolas day 4. I'll do a couple problems so you see what's going on here. In the first one, the vertex is right there. It's the lowest point in the graph. It's supposed to be right at the origin. That's where the parent function quadratic is located for the vertex. So what happened is for part A, it says describe what happened to the graph, direction and how much. Basically, it just got shifted up 4 spots, right? It's supposed to be at 0, but it's up 4. So the vertex now, instead of 0, 0, is 0, 4. That's a 4. And the axis of symmetry is always a vertical line, like this dotted line, that goes through the x value of your vertex. So x value of the vertex is right there. It's 0. So for each of these problems on the top 4 here, they're all describe what happened to the graph, find the vertex, list the axis of symmetry. In these next problems, we're not graphing them, and we just want to describe, based on what the equation says, describe what happened to the graph, list the vertex and the axis of symmetry. So we can just look at the parentheses and see if there's a number on the inside and see if there's a number on the outside. In this case, we see that in number 5, you see that it's got a subtract 3 on the inside, and there's no number on the outside. So if the number on the inside of the parentheses tells you that the graph is moving left or right, but it's always the opposite sign of the number that's on the inside. So really, it's moving 3 units, and we usually think that negative, like a subtract 3, is left because of the number line. It's actually right on the inside. So this is moving right 3. And there is no number on the outside, so nothing's happening in terms of moving up or down. The vertex then would be 3, 0. And my axis of symmetry is 3. Similarly, in number 6, there is no parentheses, so there's no left or right movement. But there is a number on the outside, and it's positive, so this is going up 60. The numbers on the outside tell you you're going up or down. So this is up 60. The vertex would be 0 because it didn't move left or right. And then in the y value for the vertex, it's 60 because it did move up. And the axis of symmetry is the x value. I'll do one more on this page so you see number 9. Inside the parentheses, you have positive 2. And on the outside, negative 5. Remember, on the inside of parentheses, it's always the opposite sign. So it's really a negative 2, meaning we go left 2. And down 5 is on the outside, meaning that our vertex is negative 2, negative 5. And axis of symmetry then is x is negative 2. Now on the back side of the page, it's asking all of the same things, but we're starting with a graph at this time. So number 13, we're saying, describe what happened to the graph, direction and how much, what's the vertex, what's the axis of symmetry, and we'll write the equation. So the vertex is right there. That's the point 6, 4. So this is saying we went right, from the origin we went right 6 and up 4. That's a positive 6 and 4. Axis of symmetry would be 6. And to write the equation, it's just going to be the exact same as the numbers we found here. In the parentheses, you have x minus 6, because it's the opposite sign of the x value, squared, and then plus 4 on the outside. So again, remember that the up or down direction is always the same sign as it was indicate, like up is positive, down is negative. So that up and down is the same sign, but for right and left, it's the opposite signs. So right 6 is actually a -6 on the inside of the parentheses. All right, here's number 17. So this says left 2 and up 3. We're thinking, so if the up and down is always the same sign, so we're thinking the vertex for the y is 3, up or down. But left is always the opposite sign as indicated. So left on a number line is usually negative. So for the vertex, we're saying it's a -2. But when we put it, and the axis of symmetry is that same number, -2. But to write the equation, remember the x value changes signs and the y value stays the same. So this is x plus 2 squared, and then plus 3 on the outside. And to graph it, I'm going to zoom way in. Remember, vertex is -2, 3. So to graph it, -2 up 3, that's where the vertex is. And this is really all that's expected of you right now. We can draw a parabola, but if you haven't noticed yet, or if you have noticed, all of these parabolas act the same way. There's a point to the left or right up 1, and then the next point to either side, to left 2 from the vertex or right 2 from the vertex, is up 4. So like there's a point there, and there'd be a point over here. All of the parabolas are going to act that way. So if we graphed it, it's going to be like this, and like a parabola like that. All right, good luck.